We talking racing. Ha! Talking racing.
Welcome everybody to Talkin Racing. This is the first episode of Talkin Racing, where we're going to talk all things NASCAR. I am your host, Trailer Park Boy Live, and I got my buddy Gibbs in here with me to do this first episode. What's up, Gibbs?
What's going on, everybody? It's a pleasure for you having me on right now. No, I know it's the first one, but
All right, Gibbs,
gotta
tell
start
us a little
somewhere.
bit about you and NASCAR here.
Well, I just got back into watching last year. It's been like 20 years since I really watched habitually, since I was knee high to a grasshopper. So took me a little bit last year to learn the whole format and all, and lo and behold, this year they throw a ball out of left field and change it completely up, more similar to what I was watching when I stopped watching.
Yeah, so maybe you were the good luck charm for getting the point standing fixed, because it's back to how it should be now. So, a couple things before we get into our picks for the championship chase this year that is back. Real quick, we're going to touch on the clash at Bowman Gray. I know me and you texted about it a little bit earlier in the week.
Yes, sir.
And the beginning of that, I don't know if you got to finish it or not, but the beginning of that was pretty good. It was like typical Bowman Gray short track NASCAR. And then the sleet happened, and they tried to finish the race with the rain tires and everything, and that was
It was a cluster.
a cluster. That was rough.
I I missed the last 40 laps of it once they switched networks.
Yeah, yeah, that was a weird one too. That's a thing of the Masked Singer. Like, I get maybe NASCAR might not be the most popular sport, but that's the most famous motorsport in America. And you just said and cut on the Masked Singer of all things. I've never watched the Masked Singer.
Yeah, no, I
I
mean,
don't know if it's
look,
any
I
good.
get people like singing and all, but you don't know who they are. You're voting on them, and they in some furry costumes. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it, man.
I mean,
A little out there. But hey,
uh,
a bunch of people, maybe it's
yeah,
cool. I
whatever
probably
floats
won't.
your
I'll
boat.
never watch it, right? I'll never watch it. But um, I do remember one last thing about the Masked Singer. I feel like I remember maybe a year ago, maybe longer, Leanne Rhymes was like the person. I think I remember
Hmm.
saying something about that. Um, so that was cool, I guess. I messed with Leanne Rhymes. But, um, so on NASCAR, first thing that we got to talk about here is uh, Daniel Suarez is no longer with Trackhouse Racing, and he has moved on to Spire to drive the 7 car. Um, that's Justin Haley's old ride, and Justin Haley didn't do anything in the Cup Series really. So now Suarez is going to his seat. Connor Zilic is taking down Suarez's seat. Um, Connor Zilic killed it in the Xfinity Series with Dale Jr.
Yep.
Um, I don't think there's a single doubt in my mind that Connor will outperform what Suarez did in that Trackhouse car. What do you think?
I don't know about that, bud.
Really?
Um,
Okay.
I think he's gonna outperform what Suarez did last year.
Oh, you do think
I
he's going to
really do.
outperform?
I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
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 I think so. Just from his record of last year was his rookie Xfinity season.
Mm-hmm.
10 wins.
Yeah, he killed it.
I
He
mean,
killed it. Dude's a badass. Do we cuss on
then
here?
not
Is
only
badass
that,
really bad? I don't know. I'll say badass, I guess.
but he did the 24 hours of Daytona earlier this week, and he came in second.
I didn't even see that.
According to my knowledge, he ain't ever done that before.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude
Seems
is
like
nasty, man.
he's a magician behind everything he gets behind the wheel of.
Yeah.
And I mean, the kid's young. He's got so much room to grow.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I definitely think he's a future champ, 100%. Like, I don't see a way he's not. But, you know, the Cup Series is different.
that
I
is
don't
true.
expect him to, like, because we've seen it before. I don't expect him to come in and just go lights out. I think he could. I think he could come in and just kill it. I don't really see it happening. But you never know.
Well, the good thing is, if I'm not mistaken, last year he was able to get a couple of races in behind
Yeah.
in the Cup car.
Yep.
So he's already coming to this year, not like a step ahead, but he kind of knowing what he's to expect a little bit. He's
I
gonna have to earn it out there.
I don't know. I honestly don't know where he finished in the clash, but I remember seeing him run up front. Um, Pretty sure I saw
At,
him running in the top 10 a good little
at
bit
one
there.
point, I think he was third.
Yeah. So he's definitely going to be good. Um, I do. I'm happy that he's with Chevrolet. That's a huge plus. That he stayed with Chevy. Um, Huge win for Chevrolet there, keeping
Oh yeah,
him. What else do we have here in regards to that? So Suarez goes to the 7 car for Spire. All right, I'm going to read off a couple small stats here. With Trackhouse, Suarez finishes the 2025 season 29th in the point standings. Not good for that car. When you
no,
look at his teammates there. So he finished 29th in the standings. He did have 7 top 10s and 2 top 5s. Does he have a better season in a Spire car than he had in the Trackhouse car?
I don't think so. I honestly think that Spire is going to be putting the majority of their resources into Carson Hocevar.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think that's
I can
smart.
see Suarez having like he's going to have the number 2 car for Spire.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
Yeah, I agree 100%.
and in all honesty, from a little bit of radio I heard from the Clash, just them talking and all. I know he rubbed his teammate from last year the wrong way during that race,
Yeah,
SVG. So
yeah,
I and just from a little bit I've heard from different interviews and all. I mean, I heard the interview with him. He seemed like a nice fella,
yeah.
but don't seem like he's got too many friends out there
Probably not.
these days. And it's the same with Osabar. I mean,
Yeah, Hocevar is is part of the reason I like him. Is just the fact that uh he's aggressive, and sometimes he drives a little over his head. But that
yeah,
that part gets him into trouble. But I like the aggression, and I don't want the aggression to go away because and you didn't really get to see this as much. You weren't back into the sport really but Ross Chastain a couple years ago was running amazing, but that dude was a menace, right?
Mhm.
And Chastain calmed down his driving style quite a bit, and um, it kind of just changed. It changed Chastain. Like, uh, you don't have a reason to talk about him anymore. He's just
Yeah.
Ross Chastain.
And I feel like that's what, if the broadcasters and all aren't talking about you good or bad,
Yeah, good
I
or
feel
bad.
like that's kind of detrimental to, you know.
I think it was a Earnhardt. Was it an Earnhardt quote? I think it's an Earnhardt quote. One of the drivers was talking about you know, basically saying whether it's good or bad, as long as they're talking about you, you know.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that was a senior quote. Um, okay, you mentioned SVG. So, does SVG win every road course this year?
I don't think so.
Me neither. Let me tell you why. I think that Connor Zilich's first win in the Cup car this year comes at a road course. That's my prediction. I don't know which one.
You know what? I agree with you. You must be huffing the same paint, because that's my thought too.
Yeah.
As I mean, you just look at the races in Xfinity now, O'Reilly, that, you know, SVG was in, and Connor was right there with them
Yeah, they had some crazy
every
battles.
race.
They had some crazy battles.
And
Okay,
I mean,
I guess last point on all of this, we talked about Husvar. Um,
I
does
do think he gets his first Cup win
you
this
do?
season, because towards the end of the
He's turning it
year
on,
last
huh?
year, he was running up towards the front. Like, I want to say 5 or 6 races there.
Yeah.
And I feel like if he hadn't, some of them races, if he hadn't had mechanical issues, that he would have stayed up there. And I think that's like going to be the biggest thing that holds them back. So let's be honest. Spire's not, how do you say this? They're
They're
not
not the
on like the
best.
forefront.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
So they're not getting they're getting all their information from what, who are they partnered with? Hendricks, right?
Yep.
I believe.
Yep.
So they're getting their information from Hendricks.
Yep.
And let's say, and they're getting their parts from them, if I'm not mistaken. They're not getting the top of the line equipment. And I think this year, I think they're going to divert more money to him. Because, I mean,
It'd be
he's shown
nice.
it.
Yeah, he's got it, and he just signed. I don't know the full contract deal, but I did see that he just signed an extension with Spire.
Yep.
And it said, I think it's at least till 2030. Um,
I believe you're right. I know that there was an interview he was in where he said he asked them if they could put in the contract that he would race with Spire till he couldn't drive no more.
hey, yeah, that's pretty sick.
So,
Well, that's good, man. That's loyalty, right? You look in the history of the sport, like, um, I mean, loyalty means something, like, because you got guys, whether it's teams or sponsors. I want to talk about this really quick, kind of veer off of something, just thinking about sponsor loyalty. Uh, something that kind of irks me. If you look up in the top right corner there, front and center, you got Jimmy Johnson in the Lowe's car. Um, when you think of Jimmy Johnson, you think of Lowe's. Okay.
Yep.
Um, Chase, you think of Napa. There's still a couple
Mac.
drivers left like that, right?
Hmm.
Um, but basically what I'm getting at is I hate seeing the cars with all these different sponsors like week to week. You know what I'm saying? It bothers me, man.
No, I feel what you're stepping in. I get it,
Like,
but I think part of it is the amount of revenue each sponsor is willing to
oh
give
yeah,
to the team,
oh yeah, for
and
sure.
that's got a lot to do with it.
Yeah, because you'll have this sponsor will only sponsor 8 races or whatever. You'll go through that. Um, it's just something that always irks me. Kyle Busch and M&M's, like,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Um,
Matt Kenseth, D-Walt,
yes. So you think back about those partnerships and like, um,
Martin Viagra.
yeah, that car was always driven hard, man. And you think back about those partnerships, and they were so iconic, and like, I feel like that is gone. I know that's a long tangent, but it's just loyalty made me think of it.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I think part of it is that you think about the sport over, about the last 20 years, right?
mhm.
Back in the '90s and early 2000s, you had superstars, man. You had personalities that were
Yeah.
going out there during interviews on the track
Hmm.
that
Commercials.
you wanted to you wanted to watch the race.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
they
mean,
lost
whether
that
your
magic
favorite,
somewhere along the way, man.
yeah, and I don't, yeah, in all honesty, I blame Jimmy Johnson a little bit
Yeah.
because I
He
mean,
waxed their
if
asses.
Jimmy, yeah, I
Yeah, I mean,
mean, he had them change the format what 2 3 times
yeah.
just because he was going out there waxing. I mean,
One good thing about the format, so they did change this format back, right? To this started in '05 for the first time. Um, or was it '04? Pretty sure it was '05. Anyways, um, this new points format brings back a little. I heard you say, like you wanted to tune into the race to see your favorite driver. This will bring that back a little bit, at least for fans that maybe used to watch a lot but don't watch anymore or as
yep,
much. I think it brings that back because now with this format, no winning you're in, which was dumbest, the dumbest thing in my opinion. I hated when you're in, hated it. But now that we've brought back these season long standings, even if you have a chase, it doesn't matter. You still got to be consistent all season, and that's how it should be, man. That's like
oh, I agree
like
100%.
next weekend at Daytona. Um, if you crash out and you finish last, um, in the Daytona
You're gonna have
500.
to work.
Yeah, that's huge, and maybe it changes the racing a little bit. We're definitely going to talk about some Daytona 500 stuff here in a minute, but it brings back just that things actually matter. Um, like SVG, dude killed it on these road courses, untouchable, right? Um, but in that playoff system, I mean, he wasn't a playoff driver. He just wasn't.
No,
And
he was
maybe he
kind of a
can
duck in the
be.
water last year.
Yeah, because and he, if you, I don't have his stats up, but if you do pull up his oval stats, um, like he's he is progressing, but he's not a playoff driver, and he just kind of shouldn't have been there. Like I,
Last year, I'll give it to you on that one because if I'm not mistaken, last year he won rookie driver of the year, correct?
I
That was
think
his
I think
first
so.
season in Cup. And
I
towards
think
the
so.
end of the season, he progressively got better. Now I know at the Clash Wednesday, you know, about midway through the race or 3/4 of the race, for the first 100 laps, yeah, he was in the back. Both him and Connor were in the back, but you know, they weren't talking about him. But every time you looked at the ticket running across the top of the screen, he getting a little bit better, a little bit further up, gaining a spot or two. I mean, I feel like
He's a
he's
damn good
picked up
driver,
on it.
obviously. Like, dude can drive, like, no doubt. And I think if he, like, to do what he does, he's obviously a good driver. So if he can hone in on the oval side of things, I mean,
I,
he could be nasty.
I think we're gonna see it.
Think so?
I mean, there was a steady progression last year. It seemed like.
What do you think? Two
Uh,
two more years, 3 more years? What do you think?
no, I don't think it's gonna take that long. I'm
No?
gonna be honest with you. I think it's this year.
Okay.
I think it's this year.
Do you think he
Because I
win? Do you
mean,
think he wins on an oval this year?
yes, I do.
You do.
I
Okay.
do.
Interesting. He could pull it
Which
out. He
oval?
could pull it out. Like, obviously a super speedway win is very possible.
Yeah.
Um, my grandmother could win at a super speedway. Um, maybe one of the short tracks he could pull something off. Uh, like a Bristol or something like that.
I mean, he ran pretty decent at.
I wish I had like his short track stats up right now. I don't have them. But
I believe he ran pretty decent at Richmond
yeah.
up until the end. I know that's when the broadcast was last year was when Richmond came around was really talking about him like, hey, you know, yeah, he won all these road courses, but no, he's
He's improving.
visibly getting better
Yeah.
on the ovals.
Okay. I want to
I
talk
mean,
about. I want to talk real quick about the Daytona 500 and super speedway racing in general. Um, I am very excited for the season to be back, for racing to be back. I'm excited for Daytona. Um, but on the other side of that, uh, man, the past couple years, I'm not a fan of the current product at super speedways, like at all. Because they're
it's lost
doing the
its
whole,
mystique.
yeah, and it all goes down to the whole the fuel saving. Um, and that's due to stage racing. Uh, you know, a lot of people want them to take stages away. I'm kind of indifferent on it. I don't mind stage racing. It's not a big deal to me. You got stage points incorporated into the point standings. Um, I don't mind it. I don't mind stage racing, but it is an issue at the super speedways because of this whole fuel mileage thing, and it has ruined super speedway racing and the Cup
Well,
Series mainly.
I think this year we're gonna see. It's gonna take a while, I believe. But as far as the stages go, I think we're going to be seeing a big difference in how teams deal with that with this, you know, new point system.
Yeah.
And then you got to think about not only did they do that, we haven't touched yet that these tires.
Yeah.
You
New
know,
tires.
Goodyear last year did a whole bunch of good things with tire fall off. And I think along with the fuel, they just threw a whole nother wrench in the game with that. I personally, the races where they were experimenting with it now, there was a couple where there was almost too much fall off, like Bristol, where, you know, the whole tires are
Yeah.
getting in there, caking up, and cars catching on fire and whatnot. But I think that's gonna, I think that's gonna change the product that we're gonna see.
Man, I remember a man. Uh, I was a kid at my mom and dad's house. Maybe if anybody watches this afterwards and they remember this race, they could put it in the comments. Um, I couldn't tell you the year. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say maybe '04 to maybe '07, something like that. But I remember a Charlotte Motor Speedway race, night race, and all night long they blew tires all night. That's all they did. Like, uh, and I'll have to send you a video or something on it, so after this, so you can remember what I'm talking about. But just talking about the Bristol tire made me think of that. It was like one of the worst races ever, bro. Like, just nonstop. Blown tire hit the wall. Blown tire hit the wall. All night long. And I remember the race went on to the wee hours of the morning. Um, I know somebody, whoever people watch it, somebody's going to remember the race I'm talking about. Um, but yeah, all that to say, yeah, Goodyear.
Is is that the race that old Tony Stewart came out and put Goodyear on blast?
It might have been.
Because I know he did that a couple of times.
Yeah, which one?
Because I know he got in the. That was like one of the first things he said.
Yeah, it might have been. It might have been that race. It was very bad, man. Um, I remember I'm a little, like I said, little kid. I'm in mom and dad's house in the living room, like trying to stay up, finish the race, and they just kept blowing tires, left or right, all night. Um, but yeah, Goodyear made tire changes, helped the short track product a lot, uh, because me, like, I love Richmond. I feel like Richmond's not a very popular track when it comes to a lot of people. It's one of my favorites. Richmond went pretty downhill last couple years. Bristol definitely. Bristol had lost almost all of its magic. Martinsville same way. But with the tire changes, those races are good again, man, and it's nice. It's
Oh yeah,
awesome.
I know. You watching? I was glued to my seat. I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't know what was gonna happen or who was gonna have an issue. You know, and I
With
think we're gonna see that again. Like with the combination of these things, I really believe that we're gonna see a lot better product
I hope so. And
than.
and you got all the tire changes and everything, and you got the changes to the short track package.
Yes, you do.
Got the horsepower. What did we get? 150 more horsepower. I'm pretty
I
sure
believe that's right. It's like 750
750.
now.
Yeah, 750.
I want to say, yeah.
So, um, that's better. Always want more horsepower. So good changes, man. I like the direction that the sport's going. Um, and we won't go too deep on this, but the sport needs it. Okay. After this off season, all this lawsuit stuff, uh, lots of foul. Just lots of foul play going on. Um, and
Oh yeah.
NASCAR was not painted in a very good light. Um,
No, they had a couple monsters in their bed that they didn't want to throw the sheets off of.
yeah,
That's for sure.
yeah. So NASCAR needs they need a bounce back season. They need that to be forgotten. We don't want to be talking about any of that come, you know, mid season. Um,
Well, I will say one good thing that came out of it. I don't know if you saw it. No, let's not say a good thing, but one of the things I think that directly came out from that 2311, some races are going to be running a third car with Corey Helm
yeah,
this year. And I believe that directly stems from them settling
yeah,
with the lawsuit.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know how. Yeah, I followed it some, and it was just it. It didn't
All
paint.
of that goes, and there's so much that I tried to keep up with it the best I could. There's honestly a lot of it that I didn't understand a lot of it.
Yeah.
Um, but I will say, and I'll say this, and people might see it, they might not. The last thing I want to say on that part is, I know you're on Facebook as well, and all these like AI NASCAR pages, do they pop up for you? It'd be like
On
random.
occasion, yeah.
It's all over my Facebook. Um, like it'll be Dale Jr. said this quote about Bubba Wallace, or um, Dale Jr. said this about Sterling Marlin, or Denny Hamlin said this about. It's all over my Facebook, and it's fake, like pretty obviously fake. But if you click on the comments, holy crap, dude, then people are eating it up. They have
Oh
no
yeah.
idea that it's fake. So where I'm getting at with that is I seen all kinds of stuff while the lawsuit was going on. Um, and I'm not saying 2311 is perfect, right? But I seen all kinds of stuff bad mouthing 2311. Um, and like, hey man, them guys, they hunkered down and they kind of did what was best for the sport. I mean, and for all the
Yeah.
teams. Um, and I
You
think
can't really fault
it
them.
it brought to light a lot of just NASCAR was, man, it's shady. Like I don't know, shady man.
Yeah. I mean, you
Um,
can't really fault them for
it's
fighting
just
for what they believed in.
it's
Yeah.
that money, brother.
Yeah.
NASCAR wants all the
That
money. The teams want all the money. Who gets it? NASCAR NASCAR is gonna make most of the money, right? That's how it works. You
well,
know
that's how any good business should work. I
exactly.
mean, but you know.
Yeah. Okay. One more thing. We went. We
Oh
branched way
yeah,
out here.
we done been to left field and back. We probably about to wind up back in left field. That's all right.
One last thing on the 500. We talked about stages, um, and you mentioned it changing the way teams race, and uh, stage points are still just as important.
Yep.
Um, so you're definitely still going to see. You're still going to see at the end of these stages, shit's gonna get wild. Still gonna happen. Hope we're not crashing at the end of stages at the super speedways and stuff like that. I hate that. But it's still going to get wild because they're important. Because um, I don't know the exact number, but I'm going to throw out what I'm pretty sure it is. Basically, if you have a perfect day, and that's win stage one, win stage two, win the race, believe that's a 75-point day. I want to say it is, which is massive.
Yeah.
Like if you can, and it happens. If somebody can pull that off, I don't see that happening at Daytona, like at all.
No, no.
But
I
throughout
think
the
we're
rest
not
of the
going to.
season, that's a massive points day if a driver can pull that off.
I think we're going to see that probably about 5 races in. I think Daytona, a lot of the teams are just going to be dipping their toes in the water to try to, figure out how stage points and all are going to really matter come the, end of the year. I'm sure, hell, I'm sure the teams knew before we knew
Yeah.
what was going on, but they've had a short time to really adjust
Oh yeah.
to how this new point system is going. And there's like very few drivers that have raced in anything remotely similar. So I think Daytona is going to be, them just dipping their toes in the water. I can see with these, I'm going to say first 5 races that, people trying to figure that out. I think that that's going to affect later down the year. And we're going to see the stage points more come up where, let's say, you're at the cutoff when the chase happens.
Mhm.
And you're going to really see where it matters from 17th to 16th,
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
through the weeds of it where
Maybe the guy's fighting for
someone's
that
going to,
last chase spot. Maybe the guy that's fighting on his way in this in 17th has, you know, it could be at the cutoff race and he gets 2 stage points.
yep, and that's all it needs for him to get in.
Yeah. So with you, when you were saying guys that raced in the chase before, who do you have? You got Kyle Busch.
Yep.
Um,
I, you got Denny Hamlin.
Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin.
Did Brad Keselowski?
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
Brad raced the chase. Um, Brad won a championship in the chase. Um, Kyle won a championship in the chase, Kyle Busch.
yep.
We know Denny is championshipless, so he didn't win
Yeah.
one. Um, I believe that's it. Chase Elliott, I can't remember his rookie. I can't
Excuse me.
remember. God, I went to 2 races in the year Gordon retired. Um, and Chase took over that following year, but I cannot. I think Chase raced in the playoffs. He won the championship in 2020. Um, gosh, that was a playoff championship though. Um, how long have we been in the playoff format? It
I,
runs
bel
together.
I believe since 2018, if I'm not mistaken,
I
that's when
know it's been a while, almost a decade. So
because
yeah.
I want to say 2018 was the new out when they decided to go to the new format,
Mhm.
and then I think before that, I know there was that short little run. I want to say something's telling me like 2012, 2014 is when they switched to the format before what last season was, but I'm not.
It's hard to
I'd
remember,
have to
man.
double check on that. Just like I said, I wasn't really watching at the time.
I was watching, I just can't remember. It's a long time ago. A lot's
Oh
happened.
yeah, for
A whole
sure.
lot's happened.
We talking racing. Ha!
All right, we are back here on Talkin Racing for our final stint of the video, and we're going to be giving our predictions for the chase. Each of us picked 16 drivers who we think is going to make it to the chase. We picked a champion. Before we do that, one final touch on the Daytona 500. Pick your winner and pick your surprise that just happens to sneak his way up there at the end. Who you got?
All right, so I got Ryan Blaney winning.
Okay, I like that.
No. And my surprise, I think Justin Allgaier, if he can qualify, he's going. I think he's gonna make a good running for JRM.
Yeah, I think so too. He finished ninth last year, so pretty respectable there.
That's about where I see him finishing, right between 8th and 10th this year at the 500.
I'd love to see him do good because, you know me very well, huge Dale Jr. fan, and I would love for, in some magical way, for JRM to end up in the Cup Series. Would love it.
Oh yeah, and I if he were in some form or fashion, maybe get in even the top 5, you know,
Need
it
something to
would
spark
it,
Junior's interest.
it would be like dangling a little carrot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man.
Yeah. Okay, for my winner, I got Logano, just because he is strong at these super speedways, and you can't never count him out. I was really torn between Hamlin and Logano for my winner. Ultimately, just went with Logano there. And then my surprise, I've got Corey LaJoy in
Okay.
the RFK car. If he makes it in, um, I think he'll make it in. I think he's going to be pretty damn fast. In that, I believe the 99 is what he's racing, if I'm not mistaken. They're doing RFK's doing a pretty cool thing for the 500. They're doing like Greg Biffle's font for the cars. Cool. Just paying respects to Greg. So I dig that. But I think they're going to be fast. So I think LaJoy makes it in on speed. Okay.
I can see it.
Okay, going in now to your championship 16. Now for those watching how we're doing this, I don't know his picks. He doesn't know my picks. I will be typing in his picks as I get them, and vice versa. He'll be seeing mine for the first time. So who do you have? We're going to do 16th, 15th, 14th, up to 10th. Okay.
All right.
Who do you have making it in at 16th?
Connor Zillage.
Okay.
I think his first year in,
I'm not going to
he's
butcher
been a
his
bit.
name, and it might even be OR. We'll just do Connor there. Okay.
No, I think he's got that magic touch. I think he's got his first year and he's gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, I feel comfortable with that.
You ready for 15? I think old Hosevar is gonna be number 15.
Okay. I like Kosovar.
And I got Ross Chastain coming in at 14.
Oh, Chastain. Okay.
Then I got Alex Bowman
Bowman.
at
You got
13.
Bowman making it in. Okay.
Then I got SVG at 12.
Wow. Okay.
I got Tyler Reddick at number 11.
Okay.
And I got old Bubba Wallace finishing 10th.
I like it. Not a bad back half there. SVG surprises me a little. Bowman, I'm so on the fence with Bowman, man. And I have Bowman, spoiler, I have Bowman making it as well. But Bowman's just he's just a
Yeah,
hard one, man. Uh, that dude, this is like, he better perform this season, right?
yeah. Or he might be looking.
16th, for me, sneaking in. Last place there is going to be Michael McDowell. I think
Okay.
he sneaks in. Um, 15th, we got Kyle Busch. This is a hard one
Hmm.
because, and I don't want to go off on another tangent, but I did see earlier in the week Kyle Busch talked about how he doesn't like this new format, um, because he's like, why are we going back, right? And I mean, I guess I kind of
I
see what he's
mean,
saying, but this is how it should be. And I think the reason Kyle thinks that way is because, um, to finish deep in the championship standings, Kyle kind of needed winning your end so that they could maybe get that win, right?
yeah.
Um, but he ain't got it, and I think he can. That one's pushing it, right? I think he can make it in there. Um, they need some luck. They need some luck.
And it needs to not run into them mechanical gremlins.
Yeah, yeah. There was plenty of that. I mean, damn, dude, we know Kyle Busch can do it. If
Oh yeah,
just
I actually think that this playoff format plays better into his hand than the previous one.
yeah,
I mean, in all honesty, but I just feel like with these new cars, just something about them and him driving them. No disrespect to him. I mean, all last season I was hoping, he was
he would
going to
show
squeak a
promise,
win,
and then
but
like, same thing
yeah,
with it's the car, man. Like, give good or bad, right? You see it with Chase Elliott as well. Um, Chase Elliott, he's ran better than Kyle Busch, but this car is not for Chase Elliott. Like, it's just, um, dude went from one of the top guys to he's steadily kind of just teetered off a little bit. He's still up there, right? But car is definitely not, doesn't work in his favor
no.
compared to the past. Okay, 14th, I got Chris Butcher. Hopefully, I spelled his name right. I got Butcher running in there, just based off of like average finish last year. Um,
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he qualified super well, did he not?
mhm,
Just
yep,
like every
several
single
times.
track.
Yeah, and his average finish is always up there. They just never quite got it all the way on a consistent basis. Um, and then I've got the winner of the Clash, Ryan Preece,
Okay.
at 13th. I got Bubba Wallace at 12th. I got Chastain in 11th. I'm sorry. I got two switched up. It doesn't matter. We'll call it there. I got Bowman. I had Bowman in 11th, Chastain in 10th, but Bowman, like you got Bowman on your pick. He's just like, damn, dude's got to perform. I like Alex Bowman. I don't have a reason not to like him,
Right.
but he just, I don't know. He's definitely not performing like I think he should.
I believe he's going to have a lot of eyes on him this year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long his contract is, but, you know, Got a feeling this is going to be the make or break season for him.
Yeah. So the main thing that I see in our lineups now that's very different so far is just the SVG, who I don't have inside the top 16. I got him looking in, maybe, maybe 18th, somewhere looking in right there. And then what else? Hocevar. So I don't have a Hocevar in my top 16 at all. I'll go ahead and spoiler alert that. And that was very hard for me to not put him there because I really like him and I hope he does make it. It's just just the like the Busher and the Priest. Just man, I don't know. I feel like they're gonna get in there. Those were kind of my like I squeezed Hocevar out to kind of fit those guys in.
One of the main reasons I picked Hocevar was if he doesn't have any mechanical issues,
Oh yeah, he runs
I
consistently.
see him finishing better than 15th
Yeah,
consistently.
yeah, I agree. I agree. And then it's just as long as he doesn't have those moments where he goes in over his head. And, he's a
Yeah,
hard one. He was
I'm.
very hard to leave out for me. Very hard.
I don't want him to change his driving style, but I think if he can learn from some of the mistakes that he had last year,
Yeah.
it would greatly benefit him.
Okay, go ahead and give me your from ninth to second. Do not give me your championship winner.
All right, ninth to second.
So,
Look at my old
all
sheet here.
right, ready for ninth.
Old Busher. I got him in his ninth.
Busher. Okay.
Then at 8, I got Kyle Larson.
Larson, pretty far back there. Okay.
The only reason I have him far back because I feel like last year the win and your end greatly benefited him.
Sure, he was
Because
not
you
as
look at his
consistent.
his whole body of work last year, it didn't seem to be as consistent as it had been previous years.
Yeah. And then he won the
So
championship.
yeah. So I mean, what do I know?
Yeah, but no, because you know he shouldn't have been. I say shouldn't have been. He's a champ. You can't take the championship away, right?
No,
But um, a lot happened that even let him get to the final four. You know what I mean? Um, he like you said, he wasn't consistent. Um, not championship consistent. You know what I mean?
no. And it seemed to be like when he tried to do the what was it, the Indianapolis 500.
Yeah.
It seemed like up until that point, he like after that something happened
Yeah, it probably broke his pride.
until like the end of the year, you know.
Yeah.
So where are we at? Number 7?
Seventh.
I got old Joey Logano.
Logano. Okay.
6, I got Chase Elliott.
Just gonna put Chase. Okay.
Old Christopher Bell is 5th.
Okay.
4th, I have Briscoe.
Okay.
Ryan Blaney
Okay.
and William Byron.
Byron. This is getting interesting here. Okay. go through with mine here. 9th, we got Briscoe. And 8th, we got Logano. 7th, we got Elliott. Then we got Mr. Reddick. We got Mr. Larson. Oh, hold on. I messed up something in my list here. Okay, I see what I did. No, I don't. Dang, man. I got something in my list messed up. We'll just go with Bell for 3rd. I'm not going to try to figure out right now what I got messed up. And Byron for 2nd. I'm missing whoever my fourth place finisher is. Let me see if I can look at my list really quick and find it.
I mean, from looking right now,
it would have been Blaney.
Blaney.
So I think at this point, I think it is very obvious who both of us have as the champ.
Which is kind of surprising.
Yeah. Yes, very much. So, boom. I assume.
Yeah, you would assume right.
Yeah.
I think it's this year's his year.
I think so. Because
I mean,
he super consistent. Last year he won 6 or 7 races, something like there. I think 6 races.
Yep.
Larson may have been the champion last year, but that was Hamlin's championship. Straight up.
It was his to lose.
He got robbed. So, and I'm not a Hamlin fan, but if he runs like he did last year, I mean, I think it's a shoe-in that he finally gets it. But he definitely has a way of choking.
Oh yeah,
choking it away.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it like this: you follow the race, and you know everything that's happening all season with Hamlin, and usually how things wind up in the universe. You know, when stuff like that happens, usually a lot of times on the other side of it.
Yeah, it's like a magical phenomenon.
Yeah. And I think he's going to be even more motivated this year to get it.
Yeah.
I know he wanted to get it while his dad was still alive, but I think he's going to have a little bit more motivation this year. And I don't think the shoulder injury he has is going to affect him.
No,
you know, for him to run like he did last year with all the 23-11 stuff going on.
Yeah, that's a huge mental barrier.
That's awesome this year.
Yeah. Like, that dude was able to block out a lot of crap in order to do what he did.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, I agree. And then, like, you know, I'm, like I said, I'm not a Denny Hamlin fan. For the most part, I can't stand the guy. Okay. But he is one of the guys in the sport that like needs a championship before he's done, right?
Oh yeah.
it's just good for history, right?
And
He needs
you
that.
know what? You need somebody to hate.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think I hate him. Hate's a strong word, but I definitely I definitely dislike the guy. But Dan, he's good. And
Oh yeah, he's
it's got a
definitely a
lot something
wheelman.
to do with why I dislike him, I reckon. Um so yeah, that's very interesting that um when I picked Hamlin and I sat there and thought about it and I was not expecting you to pick Hamlin as well. Now I will say all of that we just talked about in mind, my my top three really was like a huge toss up for me. Um, Christopher Bell ran so good all season long last year.
He did.
Um, and one thing that when I made these picks that I didn't really take into account, I did a little bit, but I try not to think about it in this way too hard. But like we talked about with the stage points, and they're gonna matter. And if you look at these lists, you got guys that are gonna consistently um, be at the top of these stages,
Oh
right?
yeah,
And that's
yeah,
your
for
Bells,
sure.
Byrons, Hamlins, Blaney's. Um, Basically, what I'm getting at there in Briscoe is your fourth pick there. Um, I think that top three or four is really going to come down to stage points and
Oh
what's
yeah.
gonna like kind of separate them. Um, but yeah, top three for me are interchangeable. Um, as far as the
And
rest, like trying to think, like when I look at my list, if I have anybody I can move up, um, maybe moving Elliott up. Logano for me is kind of think he could
that
go
was a
up or
tough one for
down.
me
Think he could go up or down, honestly.
because I know the previous format. It was almost like it was written for him.
Yeah. Oh, the Penske was just so good at Phoenix, especially like Penske, man. And that's why last year, like I said, that race was robbed from Hamlin because excuse me, he waxed their asses all day.
Yep.
Easily the best car on the track, which surprised me. Um, because I said it every year that went to Phoenix in this Final Four format crap, where I was like Penske. If Penske's in the Final Four, I'm not picking against them. It's just too hard to pick against them because they're so good at Phoenix.
Where will?
And
I think
one more thing, this year, the final race, not that it matters in the sense of the deciding the champion, but it's no longer at Phoenix. It's back to Homestead,
okay,
where it
okay.
used to be, um, which I think is great. Homestead was kind of like iconic for a while there for being the final race of the season, and I like that it's back. So,
So they're doing that, and then they're also, you know, the Roval's not in it either.
all right.
They're going back to the Oval,
Yep.
and I think that once it comes to the chase, that's going to be a big thing
Hmm.
once we get there.
Yeah.
I'm looking at both these lists, and I mean, we got it's pretty similar, minus a few.
Yeah.
No, we got a couple of guys, one or two spot difference.
I think at the back is where it really comes into play. That back half of, um, not back half, the last
It's
six or
like
so
10th to
spots.
16th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they're picking my um, guys that barely made it in. Um, was kind of hard. Now, and like Dale Jr. talked about this. Um, so like mathematically, the guy that makes the chase at 16th, like he's not going to be your champ. He could be,
No.
but he's just not. Um, but still gives those guys back there to race for, something to race for. But like I see in the final stretch of races, um, like I said, top 3 or 4. I see my guys in the top 3 or 4 really hashing it out. Um,
Right.
I don't know if they're even in the correct order. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For me, my top five, I can see it going
Yeah.
either way.
I like
Uh,
with Briscoe up there in your fourth. Briscoe was hard, and I got him at ninth, and that was a really hard one because, um, like he turned it on at the end of the season last year.
oh
Like
yeah.
in the playoffs, dude, he was killing it there for a little bit. Um, and he's one where I have him at ninth. I think he could definitely be higher. I think everything else I feel pretty good about. Wallace, I guess Wallace could go a little higher. Um, one thing about Bubba is he's consistently most of the year. You'll see him in the top 15, and then
Yeah.
he'll have kind of those really good races when he gets up in there. Um, I believe it was the beginning of last season when my dude was like up in the top 5 consistently, and then somewhere in the middle of the season they just kind of started falling off. But if they can not fall off, then maybe Bubba goes up a little higher. But it seems like every year it feels like they fall off. I don't know. Not sure.
Well, I feel like at least on from my 10th to 16th, I got a lot of guys that they're not with the big program.
Yeah.
I think if they can get the support that they need,
Hmm.
um, and they can get the mechanical gremlins that they faced last year out of the way, then I have a feeling that they're gonna be able to run up there with the big dogs.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
no, a
They got the
couple of
talent. They're
them.
in the Cup Series. They got the talent. They got the money
Oh
too,
yeah,
but they
they
got talent.
it's just
There's definitely
they
some
need the
money
equipment.
involved. Yeah.
You know, I think me personally, I think Trackhouse is gonna do better this year. I don't know how they're gonna, divvy things up, but I can just off of the road courses alone, if SVG and Connor Zilic, just for how many points that a win is gonna give
Hey,
you.
yeah, we talked about with the bonuses for stage 1 win, stage 2 win, and a race win. You know, if SVG goes out there, and I think Connor's gonna not let this happen so easy, but SVG could go out there, wax ass all 3 stages, and then the rest of the season, if he can just finish decent, it doesn't have to
If he can
be.
get consistent enough where he's finishing in the top 16 or top 15 every race,
Yeah, and he's
then
in.
I feel like he's gonna
Yeah, there's
he's
definitely a
gonna
world where
do
he
it.
gets in. especially if he has those really good road course days. There's definitely a way he can get in.
Oh yeah.
Cool deal, man. This was good. This was a good video. How long did we run here? We're at about an hour. We're at about an hour and 10 minutes for the first episode of this.
Good deal.
Pretty good. I enjoyed it, man.
Same here, buddy. I appreciate it.
I hope we get some people watching, get some engagement. And I mean, I'd like to keep doing this, so everybody, if you see this video, like it, subscribe to the channel for more, leave a comment. We talked about some stuff at Charlotte some odd years ago. If you remember it, let me know down there. Let me know your thoughts on my picks, Gibbs picks. Are we wrong? Are we dumb? Are we smart? Did we knock it out of the park? Let us know. And once again, thank you, Gibbs. And that's going to be it for episode 1 of Talkin Racin. Peace out.